EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the BioWare Classic. We're off and running here, and let's take you down to the action at hole number 1. Stepping up to the first tee, sights set on posting another low number here in round 2. Are you kidding me? Come on, you can't hit a ball that hard.
That is crushing it beyond all crushing. There's always advantage of hitting it further than most, Rich, and straighter than most. When you put the two together, it's just straight up a head start.
Crucial eagle attempt on the way. This is a long putt. Really, the key is the speed. If it drops, that's a bonus. Pretty good stroke right there, just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
So the dominant performance continues.
Yeah, we're watching two tournaments right now, the one at the top and the rest.
Now to the second, par 3, 225 yards.
This is straight at it.
It's a really good line. What a nice shot. Right on the green and a pretty easy putt on the way. Frank going for 2 in a row now. Well, how about this start? Birdie to open the round. Fairly straightforward par 4 now. The third at the Wetlands is 460 yards straight away.
It is 460 yards. It can be chopped down a lot of different ways. 300-yard tee shot, and it's only 160. But if you're a mere mortal, 280, the hole becomes that much longer, that much harder. There's something about a well-hit shot.
Frank, that is position A.
Yeah, the tee shot was like silk, Rich. I mean, just sets up that second shot so beautifully.
Good-looking shot right here. That is professional with a capital P right there.
That's stealing.
What a hole this is, Frank. Par 3-4, 250 yards, and we're teeing off right in front of the swamp there.
You might see the odd alligator pop its head up. When you look at this, if you want to be clever, you can sort of hit a little cut in here, Rich, and then it'll work with that C-shaped green. That'll keep the tee shot away from the bunker that protects the middle. And you never know, it might just sneak in a birdie.
Dialed in once again, she has played a superb approach shot. Shouldn't be a problem here. No problems early. Looks good.
It does look good. This bodes well. We might be in for a very, very low round today.
Right, hold on here a second. She is winding up for a big one. She wants to smash this far as she can hit it. Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Not a single weakness today. What a performance. Long and straight. How about 320 yards and in the fairway? Headed for the bunker, I think. Oh, a bit unfortunate. Wasn't able to avoid the sand trap. Digs into the bunker, getting set to play the third shot. Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Good chance here. Currently at 5 under par. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Par 4 sixth here at the wetlands. 440 yards and water to deal with.
Two choices here, Rich. Lay it up short of the wetlands, or, well, chance it. Brave enough, tee it up and flash it across the wetlands. With just a mere short iron into this lengthy par 4.
That ball's run out certainly over 300 yards, Frank. Call it about 310. Settles in, looking to knock it in tight. It is a windy day out here, Frank. My hat just blew off. This is going to affect the players' shots, that's for sure. That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Well played here. Went straight for the flagstick, and she will have a nice putt coming up. These putts keep the round together.
That was cruel. That looked like it was certainly going in.
Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Well, that hurts. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Nothing wrong with that par putt. Here's another scoring opportunity, Frank. A par 5. The 7th is just a shade under 600 yards.
And it bends gently to the left, Rich. Longer hitters can obviously get home, and nothing really to be worrying about with that second shot if you can reach. The wetlands are well to the right of this hole for the second shot. But if you want to play to the 3-shotter, then that's a very safe, conservative way and really shouldn't cause you any problems whatsoever.
Nice position, short grass, second shot. That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up.
Right about 9 feet here to the hole. Right in the heart.
Eighth hole here at the Wetlands, par 3, 203 yards. You like this hole, Frank?
I do, actually, but you have to have a little look at your yardage book because that front bunker will make this hole look a little shorter to the eye than actually what it plays. Green gets a little narrow as it gets deeper, but flat and, well, I wouldn't say easy. 3 here, not too bad.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
For her birdie. You can see why this player has been compared to a young Rory McIlroy, featured golfer making birdie and now sitting comfortably inside that cut line.
Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my idol.
Looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow through.
Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320.
Frank, I think that's going in the bunker.
Looks like it.
Not missing by much today, but enough to again be in the bunker. So getting set for a greenside bunker shot. Frank, when I think of the great bunker players in the history of the sport, I think about Gary Player, Seve Ballesteros, whom you knew so well. What did they do that made them so effective on these greenside bunker shots?
They had an attitude for a start that was different. For them, they saw possibilities. And they would imagine the amount of sand. Remember, because this is the only shot in golf where you don't have to hit the ball first. So they would really choose the amount of sand behind the ball, whether that was an inch or 2. Aim the club at that and made sure they followed through.
Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side. But, Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Birdie try up next. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Frank, that looked good to me. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Well, considering the lead that he has on the rest of the field, a par is all you need. Par 4 11, 443 yards. What's the best strategy here, Frank?
Somehow find the fairway, Rich. This is brutal. Miss it left or miss it right. But it's Florida. Fairways are wide enough, soft enough. But a good tee shot still going to lead you a lane.
Gave that the full treatment. Get up.
I've seen some long tee shots, but it's the advantage to tee that ball up. Get it up there quickly, get the wind behind you. It's amazing how far you can hit it.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
So on this back nine, we started with a par 3, then a par 4, and now we get to a par 5. The 12th is 576 yards.
Yeah, nice blend of holes there that you've just referenced. 11 bends to the left, consequently 12 will bend in the other direction. Good drive required. From there, just setting up perhaps, 7 iron, 6 iron into a green that's sort of fairly uniform in shape and should present a birdie with a good second shot.
Second from an excellent lie.
This one's looking good. Well, that's how you play the game, right there.
Just making a mockery of the field now. Another eagle.
Now to the par 4 13th. Frank, what are the options here?
Well, another straight one required here, Rich. It's 450. It's not overly long in today's standard, but still, that fairway widens up where the longer hitters will actually hit. And bunkers, once again, short of a green. So as long as you can fly that second shot to at least the front of the green, then they really do not come into play.
What a drive. Just tattooed that. Second shot. Good look at the green. Moving a little left of the flagstick, Frank. Safely aboard.
Locked in on the read and the speed.
And it drops for birdie. Good par 3 here at the 14th. It's a little bit more than 200 yards, Frank.
And there's a bunker short, so you've got to fly that coming in there. And if you do miss time one, that's when that body of water to the right really comes into play. Typical Floridian golf, but high-flying, soft-landing tee shot, once again, is the goal.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. You like this one, Frank?
Oh, it's a good one. Safely on.
Good putt. Final par 5 on the backside here at the Wetlands. It's 590 yards.
Which is really a tempting yardage. A good tee shot, perhaps think of reaching the par 5 and 2. But this green well protected by 3 bunkers, 2 on the left side and 1 short right. But hey, fortune favors the brave. At least that's what I was told. Grab the fire extinguisher, put out that ball is on fire. It's melting going through the air.
What a tremendous display of power and precision. Good lie in the fairway. A good chance to make something happen here. Well, she's firing on all cylinders right now, has really played mistake-free golf. It has been a pleasure to watch. Well played here, went straight for the flagstick, and she will have a nice putt coming up. These putts keep the round together. Continuing to putt with confidence. The last par 5 on this golf course is the 15th. It's 590 yards. You think, Frank, this is the time to be aggressive?
Certainly is. Longer hitters must be licking their chops on this par 5. 300-plus yard tee shot, you can definitely get home. Shorter hitters, just set it up for a nice wedge shot. But if you are going to go at this par 5 or 2, well protected by those 3 bunkers. Ball just took off the face.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Chance to get it close here. Strong wind here early in the round. How do you think this is going to affect the players, Frank?
Well, they've got to be clever on a club selection and the type of shot they want to hit now. And this will be fine, just a little left of the flag.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, that's a formality now.
And getting ready for the putt. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Par 3 17th. Frank, it's 238 yards.
There's still a chance for birdie here, though. Green shape's a little bit to the player's right, so a nice high draw coming in here. Even finding the middle of the putting surface will give you a chance to putt to really any position on this green.
Good chance at one. Superb shot.
Well, it's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Just a couple of feet.
Great, too.
Beautiful. Well, this is it, Frank, the 18th hole. And on paper, it looks like you can get this one. You can make a birdie because it's only 377 yards.
You're exactly right, Rich. Just a nice drive. Doesn't even have to be a driver here. It's going to set you up really short iron wedge into this short par 4. And, well, I always like to finish on a birdie. I know you do too, because a little walk to the clubhouse there on the left, maybe a hot dog or a hamburger.
Not a long shot, only 120 yards, but the wind is an element that'll have to be considered coming from behind. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. Frank, this is a player in full flight right now.
It looks too easy right now. Well, Rich, 2 rounds in the books, and it's easy to see why the leaders are on top of that leaderboard.
Excellent performance, but still a long ways to go in this tournament.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the BioWare Classic. And let's see what she's got here. She is loading up for the big one. Wow, I mean, she absolutely annihilated that tee ball. Excellent opening tee shot. That ball right in the fairway. Okay, the second shot now at this par 5.
That's fine.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Perfect. And in the hole. What a shot. Now we go down to the action at the first. Frank, time for the third round and time for a good start.
That's right. 2 rounds in the bank. And what will today have to offer?
This is looking really good. That would be a great look at birdie. Settles in over the putt. Count that. That's a birdie. The third hole here at the Wetlands is a par 4, 460 yards. Frank, it appears to be a pretty straightforward tee shot.
It is, and actually, Rich, when I was watching the web.com event here, this is where I saw that young talented players really take advantage of a hole like this. Just ramrod straight. They teed it up and just ripped it down there, and these are the sort of holes they can often make 3 on. Bunkers sort of short, left and right. Plenty of green to work with. Nice high-flying second shot will be well rewarded here. Well, par 4s, they're not all the same, Rich, but after that tee shot, I guess you can say this one's going to be easy.
That was a beauty right there. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. On the green, and a chance for a birdie. Continues to roll the ball very well. What a hole this is, Frank. Par 3, 4, 250 yards, and we're teeing off right in front of the swamp there.
You might see the odd alligator pop its head up. When you look at this, if you want to be clever, you can sort of hit a little cut in here, Rich, and then it'll work with that C-shaped green. That'll keep the tee shot away from the bunker that protects the middle. And you never know, it might just sneak in a birdie.
Knocks it up on the green. It is about 28 feet away from the hole. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy.
That was cruel. That looked like it was certainly going in.
So they'll tap in.
Now, that was a tricky one, but it's in.
Now to the fifth hole here at the Wetlands. Par 5, 635 yards. A lot going on here, Frank.
The shorter hitters don't really worry about the swampland on the left because it really only cuts to worry the longer hitters if you want to try and reach this par 5 and 2. So shorter hitters, 2 good shots, set up a wedge shot. Longer hitters are you straight enough to hit it into the narrowest part of the fairway.
Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole. And now the second shot here at this par 5. That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Birdie try up next. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Par 4 sixth here at the Wetlands, 440 yards and water to deal with.
2 choices here, Rich. Lay it up, short of the Wetlands, or, well, chance it. Brave enough, tee it up, and flash it across the Wetlands to just a minute short on into this lengthy par 4.
Well, this one has a chance to be really good. Nice long tee shot there and a good lie, Frank. Second shot, good look at the green.
And this one just starts right of the flag.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. In the hole and a birdie. Here at the par 5 7th at the Wetlands Golf and Country Club, 592 yards. Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Always makes the hole easier, playing it from the fairway. Good lie in the fairway. Good chance to make something happen here. She just played a wonderful shot from back there. 12 feet still to go. Well, that's a bit disappointing.
I guarantee you, though, she thought she had that one.
Now she can make birdie.
Well read.
On to the 8th. It's a par 3, 203 yards. What's going on here, Frank?
Interesting par 3, really. It looks anything other than a straightaway hole. That bunker short of this green gives you like an optical illusion. You think it's lapping up with the front of this green, but there's actually sort of 3 or 4 yards before you get to the putting surface. A little bit of a drop off behind this green, and it narrows out the deeper the green gets. So tricky little par 3.
Oh, just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today. Second shot.
Okay, no problem with that. Finishing up the front side here at the Wetlands Golf and Country Club with a par 5, 621 yards.
Grab the fire extinguisher. Put it. The ball is on fire. It's melting going through the air.
Nice position, short grass, second shot. This could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
Frank, that is how it's done.
Yeah, take a gross of those. That is a lesson in itself.
And now a chance for eagle. Count it. It's an eagle. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Early part of this second nine, a good approach shot. And now, pretty good chance for birdie. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Wow, what a putt. That is huge. Par 4 11th hole, 443 yards. Frank, what's the best way to play it?
Nice straight drive off the tee, then really reduces this par 4 to size. Then those bunkers short and left don't really cause an issue. The green's a little tiny though, but even if you miss that green a little bit on the right side, it's a relatively simple chip.
Excellent position and just a huge shot. I have this at about 125 yards.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Superb shot.
It's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here.
Rich, that just adds insult to injury to the rest of the field. Another birdie and the gap even wider.
A sensational performance. Wow, I mean, she absolutely annihilated that tee ball. Good tee shot, right in the fairway, and plenty long. right in the heart of the fairway. Green light special. Well, this is the kind of wind that separates the great players from the average players. You really have to be strong to handle these kinds of winds. What a shot, setting up for an eagle here. Shouldn't be a problem here. Continuing to play well, a birdie. Now to the par 4 13th. Frank, what are the options here?
Well, another straight one required here, Rich. It's 450. It's not over.
Oh, I love this. She is winding up. Just wants to tear the cover off this golf ball.
Just smokes it.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Setting up for an approach shot here. Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Good putt. 14th hole here at the Wetlands. A dangerous par 3 comes in at 204 yards. There's some trouble out there.
And this is where you have to readjust your focus. If you start looking right or left of this green, you see all the problems that could come in and prevail. Instead, just look at that front bunker. Try and fly your tee shot over that, somewhere around the front edge of the green, maybe 3 or 4 yards on, and then the hole becomes that much easier.
Excellent shot to within 10 feet. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Always love to hear the sound of the bottom of the cup. Stepping up here on the 15th tee at the Wetlands, this is a 590-yard par 5. What a drive. Just tattooed that. And now the second shot here at this par 5. Green in regulation. These putts keep the round together. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. The last par 5 on this golf course is the 15th. It's 590 yards. You think, Frank, this is the time to be aggressive?
Certainly is. Longer hitters must be licking their chops on this par 5. 300-plus yard tee shot, you can definitely get home. Shorter hitters, just set it up for a nice wedge shot. But if you are going to go at this par 5 and 2, well protected by those 3 bunkers.
Just busted that. 325 yards in the fairway. Second shot, good look at the green. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Getting set now over the putt. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. 17th at the Wetlands, par 3, 238 yards. Frank, how would you describe this hole?
Well, it's a hole really that shapes up well for a nice little high draw. See the angle of the green pointing slightly to the right. A nice little draw into this par 3. And that'll find a nice avenue. Maybe a kick forward, 15, 20 feet left for birdie. And if you birdied 16, chance to birdie 17 as well.
That is classy.
A chance of going in.
Sinks the putt for birdie. Final hole here at the Wetlands Golf and Country Club. It's par 4. It's not a long one, 377 yards. There must be some trouble out there somewhere.
Well, not really if you keep your wits about you. Just position the tee shot. You don't have to hit driver down here. Even a 3-wood's only going to leave a short iron. If you hit your 3-wood 250, 260 yards, do the maths, it's only 120 yards left. With that, with a scoring club, try and get that inside 10, 15 feet. Finish with a birdie.
But if you stray, then what?
Oh, no. We don't think of straying on this hole. This is the last hole. Got to finish well.
But I'm thinking about gators. Are there gators out there?
Well, there's gator on the menu.
Well, she just played a wonderful shot from back there. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Well, that's a bit disappointing.
I guarantee you, though, she thought she had that one.
Just a couple of feet.
Virtually no error in that putting stroke. Good putt.
Frank, in golf, there's nothing quite like the final round of a hotly contested championship, and this one could be a doozy.
And there's nothing quite like that leaderboard I'm looking at right now. We are going to have some amazing golf. This one is going to have to be won.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the BioWare Classic. Now down to the first tee as we get set here at the Wetlands par 5 opener. It's 660 yards, Frank.
Better put your thinking cap on here, Rich. Ideally, you want to play it as a 3-shot hole because there's a pond that protects the front right of the screen as well. Typical Floridian opening tee shot, narrow, tight, and it's going to extract the best from you. So somehow fairway, then, only then can you start think about making a birdie.
It's nice to roll in a 25-footer now and then. Those feel good. But still, there's nothing like hitting that perfect tee ball. Long and straight.
Yeah, you can puff out your chest, last to play, the advantage, holes shorter. Basically, the list goes on. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
In the cup. What a shot. Can't get much better than that.
Strong par 5 to start, followed by a good par 3. The second hole is 225 yards.
2 bunkers, Rich, when you look at this par 3. In between is a nice corridor. And that's really the line that you want to be looking at going at this par 3. Just thread the gap, and you should safely find the green. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Settles in over the putt. And it drops for birdie. Fairly straightforward par 4 now. The third at the Wetlands is 460 yards straight away.
It is 460 yards. It can be chopped down a lot of different ways. 300-yard tee shot. It's only 160, but if you're a mere mortal, 280, 180, the hole becomes that much longer, that much harder. Great Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's the next one. Judging by that light, it's not going to be too hard.
Right at about 125 yards to where the hole is cut. What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
That incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
So they'll tap in. Right in the heart. Par 3 fourth, 250 yards, and you tee off just in front of the swamp, so golf cart's not going to get you to the green here, is it, Frank?
No, it might need an airboat to go across that.
Stuck the follow-through right there. This could be really good. Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
See if she can put a birdie on the card here. Doing what needs to be done. You need to make them from that distance. Now to the fifth hole here at the Wetlands. Par 5, 635 yards. A lot going on here, Frank.
The shorter hitters don't really worry about the swampland on the left because it really only cuts in to worry the longer hitters if you want to try and reach this par 5 and 2. So shorter hitters, 2 good shots, set up a wedge shot. Longer hitters, are you straight enough to hit it into the narrowest part of the fairway?
Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball sitting up You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here.
Had the club face open just a bit at impact, and that one moves considerably to the right of the flagstick. This is a long putt. Really, the key is the speed. If it drops, that's a bonus.
Pretty good stroke right there. Just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. You'll love them, the birdies, and that's another one. On to the par 4 sixth here at the Wetlands. And Frank, how does that water factor into the way you play this hole?
It bisects.
Yeah, let's see what she's got here. She is loading up for the big one. Wow, I mean, she absolutely annihilated that tee ball. Interesting, with the almost space-age advancements in golf equipment, what with new, lighter materials, and with the increased focus on fitness and strength, players are hitting the ball longer than ever. That has forced architects to lengthen the golf courses without sacrificing the integrity or the shot value of the original design. Oh, just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
As this for her birdie. Good putt. Here at the par 5 7th at the Wetlands Golf and Country Club, 592 yards. Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is. Yeah, Rich, the reason why the best players enjoy stroke play so much is that every single shot's going to count. And you can't get away with anything in stroke play.
You have to manage your game, and you have to manage your emotions as well, because it can get away from you in a hurry. And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot.
Oh, it's that sneaky distance. You'd like that one again.
So the eagle goes begging. He still has this for birdie. Always love to hear the sound of the bottom of the cup. Eighth hole here at the Wetlands, par 3, 203 yards. You like this hole, Frank?
I do, actually, but you have to have a little look at your yardage book, because that front bunker will make this hole look a little shorter to the eye than actually what it plays. Green gets a little narrow as it gets deeper, but flat. And, well, I wouldn't say easy. 3 here, not too bad.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Birdie try up next.
Locked in on the read and the speed. In the hole and a birdie. Frank, looking at this par 5 ninth hole, it's 621 yards. I need to make birdie here. What's the best way to go about it?
Well, if you're a long hitter, then there's a chance you can reach this par 5 and 2, Rick. But really the best way to make a birdie here, good tee shot, and then contemplate the layout. But between the first two bunkers, there's a nice section of fairway, and that's not going to leave you much in for that third shot to a green that's very receptive. So really, birdie can be made the hard way, wedge and a putt.
Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole. And she just played a wonderful shot from back there. These putts keep the round together. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
On the green with about 10 feet left to the hole. So the dominant performance continues.
Yeah, we're watching two tournaments right now, the one at the top and the rest.
Par 4 11, Frank, we're looking at 443 yards.
Yeah, the Wetlands Golf Course is a really good driving course. This is another example here, Rich, where the fairway's just wide enough to reward a good tee shot, and then those two bunkers don't really come into play. But Wetlands becomes very difficult when you just start to stray a little bit off the fairway. And then you start to see why those bunkers are put there.
That is massive off the tee.
Meters, yards, I don't care how you measure that. That's got to be, what, 300 meters, 325 yards, something like that.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Score that a birdie. Stepping up to the tee at the first par 5 on this back nine. It's the 12th, and it is 576 yards.
Yeah, this hole bends to the right, opposite direction to what 11 does. A good tee shot, and you can actually think about this par 5 and 2, but anything around the front or front left is still going to leave a relatively simple pitch shot. So when you stand on that tee, think of birdie at least here.
Second from an excellent lie. Superb shot.
It's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
That's the idea. Just knock it in. Par 5 12th here at the Wetlands Golf and Country Club is 576 yards. First par 5 on this backside. Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Chance to get it close here. On the green in regulation.
Really solid stroke.
Good par 3 here at the 14th. It's a little bit more than 200 yards, Frank.
And there's a bunker short. So you've got to fly that coming in there. And if you do miss time one, that's when that body of water to the right really comes into play. Typical Floridian golf, but high-flying, soft-landing tee shot, once again, is the golf.
On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. Getting set now over the putt. He's in the hole for a birdie. Final par 5 on the backside here at the Wetlands, 590 yards. She's ended up on the fairway, and with such a good lie, so many more options available now. Nice position, short grass, second shot. How'd you like that strike?
That was top of the tree.
From about 8 feet. Continues to roll the ball very well. Final par 5 on the backside here at the Wetlands. It's 590 yards.
Which is really a tempting yardage. A good tee shot, perhaps think of reaching the par 5 and 2. But this green well protected by 3 bunkers, 2 on the left side and 1 short right. But hey, fortune favors the brave. At least that's what I was told.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Good tee shot right in the fairway and plenty long. Settles in, looking to knock it in tight. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. And it is in.
Amazing. Amazing.
Making our move to the home stretch, the 16th. It's a par 4 and a good one at 455 yards.
And a chance to actually get a good run for the clubhouse because the holes are fairly short coming in. So good drive here. Find the putting surface. Maybe start the roll right here. Second shot.
Frank, how about that?
Well, can you believe that, too? I mean, could have hit the flag and bounced away, instead straight in. Amazing shot, and really deserves it.
Well, this is it, Frank, the 18th hole, and on paper it looks like you can get this one. You can make a birdie because it's only 377 yards.
You're exactly right, Rich. Just a nice drive. Doesn't even have to be a driver here. It's going to set you up really short iron wedge into this short par 4. And, well, I always like to finish on a birdie. I know you do too, because a little walk to the clubhouse there on the left, maybe a hot dog or a hamburger.
He'll be happy with that. In the fairway, now a good chance to attack this hole. These are fun shots to play, but they can be scary because if you don't take the right club, this ball could sail forever, never come down. It is well down the hill to that green. What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
Oh, that incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
So they'll tap in. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. And that wraps up the final round. Just a great performance by our champion today.
Couldn't agree more, Rich. I think this one will have to go down in the books as an absolute classic. Fantastic.
This is EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming your way. Welcome to the Stadium Course, TPC Scottsdale in Arizona. It's a masterful blend of challenge and playability designed by the team of Tom Weisskopf and Jay Morrish. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Novelo for EA Sports.
The changes, Rich, they made in 2014 have just added a luster to this great venue that hosts the PGA Tour event each and every year. And it's a great test for any level of play.
Wow. John Daly, take a back seat, big fella. How about that drive?
Has it stopped yet?
It's still going.
She had a good shot off the tee, and now she has all sorts of options available. Let's see what she does here.
Second shot. Good look at the green.
Be safely on deck.
Oh, just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here.
Sneaks that in. We're now tied.
Teed up here at the par 4 second. Frank, what do players need to look out for off the tee?
This hole has been lengthened in 2014.
Oh, I love this. She is winding up, just wants to tear the cover off this golf ball. Wow, I mean, she absolutely annihilated that tee ball.
Oh, huge. Huge with a capital H.
Busted that.
This is when the game is fun, Frank, when you get one high in the air and you have a down breeze and you just watch it. Stays in the air forever.
Yeah, the hang time on that.
Sit down. Get down.
Oh, this is gone.
So on a putting surface and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second.
Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
Not a real hard game, is it? Birdie to open. Frank, what's the strategy here off the tee at the par 5 third?
For the long hitters, they still think that they can reach this par 5 and 2 comfortably with a good tee shot. For the shorter hitters, it really is a thought about where you lay up that second shot to try and leave a good third shot yardage in. Still a good tee shot, though, that has it down the right side, protects against someone who's a little too cavalier off the tee.
Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole.
Second shot coming up here at the par 5.
Couldn't have done much better than that. An eagle is very possible.
Settles in over the putt.
No problems early. Looks good.
It does look good. This bodes well. We might be in for a very, very low round today.
For those of you just tuning in, we're checking in now on our featured golfer here at the 4th.
Frank, this is a very nice start to the round. Couple of birdies on the scorecard. Looks extremely solid.
Yeah, it looks well poised, actually, to have a very good round today.
Good-looking shot right here.
What a shot. Perfectly placed right next to the hole.
will make birdie if this drops. Comfortably inside the cut line, the young prodigy makes another birdie. Well, Frank, now at the fifth hole, the par 4, the challenge stiffens just a bit.
Yeah, the longest par 4, obviously in the start of this golf course, around the 470-yard mark. 2 bunkers down the right have been changed to 1, but it's in the perfect position now. Of course, that new tee added to add a little bit of length to this hole. Green still remains relatively similar to what it used to be. That's a ginormous tee shot.
Chance to get it close here. Well, Frank, the wind is really starting to pick up.
You've got to fixate on the direction now. If you get the direction wrong and or mistime one of those gusts, all sorts of problems.
Well, that's how you play the game, right there. Racking them and stacking them right now. 6 under par for the tournament. Par 4 6th, and Frank, a couple of options here.
Yeah, a hole that bends to the left. A draw is the preferred shot off the tee. The longer hitters will have a big advantage. They'll be able to get it down there and just have a pitch or a short wedge into this. If you're not, well, that long, then you're going to have to lay it back short of those bunkers. That's going to leave a lengthy second shot.
Good contact, good result. Excellent position and just a huge shot. This is going to be a tough day on the links. I mean, even the seagulls are walking to work. How'd you like that strike?
That was top of the tree.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Continuing to play well. -7 now after that putt. Now to the second par 3 on the front 9. This is the 7th hole.
Yeah, quite a stiff par 3 because of the narrowness in the front. Really favoring a higher shot that's going to land softly, and therefore you can open up that green, because the further back you go, the wider it gets.
Frank, where's this one headed?
It might just catch the left side of the green. Get on the dance floor, but it's going to be a long way away from the band.
Like a machine out there. Another green in regulation. 13 feet away. Never a doubt, looking to make a statement today. Frank, the par 4 8th, this is a good hole.
It is. A dogleg to the left forces the player to go out the right, and this will play every inch of its yardage, which is over 470 yards. Green's still pretty much the same with that false front, unless there's a flag position in the front. You're really going to have to fly at least 20 yards or so into that green. Otherwise, that ball is going to run towards the front.
That's an absolute tracer right there. In the fairway and well over 320 yards. Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Superb shot.
Well, that's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
This will be a birdie if it drops. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Here at the par 4 ninth hole, Frank, what's the strategy off the tee?
Well, there's one bunker down the right side that you have to be very wary of. 325 yards to carry that, so it's very much in play, and just over 290 to reach it. Ideally, you have to go left about that down the left side. But really, this is a second shot hole because this green is not very deep. Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good.
Ideal position, sitting up perfectly. Second shot, good look at the green. That's how the best in the world play it, Frank.
Well, I'd say a little lucky that it went in, but it was always going to be close.
Rounding out the front nine with a par 4 of 453 yards from the back tee. Looks to be straight away here, Frank. Anything to be cautious about on this tee shot?
Well, that bunker, there used to be two bunkers down the right side. There is now one, and it also pinches into the fairway, which almost makes this hole look like a faint dogleg right. But really, the best line is still down the left side, so it still actually suits a draw off the tee. Green is slightly elevated and not very deep too, so judging that second shot, getting the right club is essential here at 9.
Good number, 140 yards. That is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Getting set now over the putt. Racking them and stacking them. That's 12 under par now for the tournament. Now at the par 4 11th, Frank, I really like this hole.
Well, you might be the only one, Rich, because this is an absolute scorecard wrecker. Water all the way down the left side. There's two bunkers. Don't worry about that. They're not off the tee. They're around the green. They protect the left front and the back. If you think you can bail out down the right side, well, you could find cactus and all sorts of crazy things down the right. And believe me, go down there, more than anything, they'll wreck your scorecard as well.
That is massive off the tee.
Meters, yards, I don't care how you measure that. That's got to be what? 300 meters, 325 yards, something like that.
Well, this one is offline just a bit. Look out. You know, that one is going to end up in the rough. Pretty good result right there, considering...
It looked rough all the way.
Exactly.
Rich, really did.
From about 8 feet. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Par 3 12th may not be as famous as the par 3 16th, but Frank, you think this may be a tougher and even better hole?
We see more bogeys and double bogeys here on 12 than 16 will ever see, and courtesy of the water behind and to the right of the screen. If you're going to bail out, find one of those bunkers. A good bunker player obviously can get it up and down, but it's still no snack trying to record your par 3 at 12.
And it is not looking like a good lie. Not in the fairway, but not too bad, just in that first cut. Pretty good shot right there. So has the par. Moving on to the next hole, and the lead, Frank, is very much intact. To the par 5 13th here at TPC Scottsdale. Lots of danger left and right of this tight fairway, Frank.
This hole has really changed over the years. It used to be a split fairway. That no longer exists. That bunker you can see down the left side that you can't carry really defines the left side of this hole. Water still in play down the right, and big change here is the bunkering along the left, front and left side of this green. So you can't just blaze away and comfortably expect to hit 13 and 2 anymore. Errant tee shot here, Rich, but going to have to muscle this one out of the rough.
Second shot coming out of the rough here.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like.
Oh, that's off the beaten track. You've got 5 minutes to find it.
All right, now another shot from the rough.
Yeah, this time better be better than the one we just saw. If you hit enough shots, every now and again, one's going to go in.
Crazy, crazy game. Par 5 13th, chance for birdie or maybe even eagle if you're bold and brave enough, but also, Frank, chance for disaster here?
Well, there is. Water very much in play down the right side. There's a bunker down the left too. If you finish up in that, there's no way you're going for this par 5 and 2. Then it becomes a little bit of a zigzag mission. The second shot either has to be hit down the right side, just skirting that bunker in the front, or it has to be all carry.
Well, that one is deep. Every bit of that ball. Now the second shot from 130 yards. Good swing, good shot yet again. Oh, just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. In for birdie. Great scoring opportunity here at the par 5 15th, but Frank, I'm wondering, as a player, is your mind beginning to think about what's ahead at that par 3 16th hole?
Oh, they are. This is really the finishing stretch at TPC Scottsdale, where you get all these swing holes. 15 is a swing hole. 16, 17, and 18, where so many changes in the score can actually happen. But this one here is all about finding the fairway. A good drive down here will be well rewarded because you'll have a chance to reach this par 5 and 2.
She had a good shot off the tee, and now she has all sorts of options available. Let's see what she does here. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Struck that one pure, about 8 feet away. Beautifully done. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Continues to roll it very well all day long. Frank, the one moment that sort of made the 16th hole what it is today would have to be Tiger's ace in 1997 here at the TPC Scottsdale when it was raining plastic cups.
It was also his reaction, too, and that ushered in the Tiger Woods era that we became associated with, which is the fist pumping, the rowdy spectators. I mean, he was one of the few players that bridged the gap between spectator and golf course. And it still goes on till today. And I think Rory McIlroy probably is the only other player that starts to broach that type of inside and outside atmosphere with golf.
Still to this day, it's the loudest single moment that I can ever remember hearing on a golf course. See if she can put a birdie on the card here. Came to the putt, excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, little change in the attitude right now. You've let one go. You've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
Frank, when you get to the 17th hole, we always recall maybe the single most bizarre shot in the history of golf.
Yeah, everybody talks about maybe a hole-in-one at 16, but really 17. And the player was Andrew McGee. It was a good tee shot, don't get me wrong. But Rich, it needed an assist.
Well, the assist came from Tom Byram, whose brother Kurt is a commentator for the Golf Channel. Tom Byram was just minding his own business, standing on the green, sort of leaning on his putter, and you know what happened.
Yeah, the ball hit Tom Byram's putter and then careened into the hole. So, 17. Made famous, a little bit of history with a couple of names to drag up from the past.
The birdies are nice, but eagles better. To the 18th hole now, and Frank, the original designers stepped in and they made this hole quite a bit more challenging.
Yeah, they certainly have stiffened it up. The longest hitters in the game, the Dustin Johnsons, the Bubba Watsons, the J.B. Holmes, used to take it completely over the lake down the left side where there was just one paltry bunker. Now there's a series of bunkers, almost like the church pews at Oakmont, that are littered down the left side, stopping that attack. You're going to have to respect this hole that much more off the tee. Find the fairway. It's still a short iron in, but this finishing hole is now a proper finishing hole.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
She is putting the full arsenal of her skill set on display this afternoon. Beautiful shot. 8-foot putt here. Good putt.
Rich, in that great opportunity, name on top of the leaderboard. It is only round one.
Good place to be.